Hmm. Sunday afternoon, guys. Welcome to Mirror Domains. And, we've been doing this for last week and this week, just jumping online here on Sunday afternoons to talk about some movie reviews. So, today we're going to be reviewing our No Hard Feelings movie, as well as Asteroid City. Asteroid City and Jennifer Lawrence No Hard Feelings reviews coming up, so pay attention to that. But we start off today's show by taking a look at the early box office numbers, and Spider-Man No Way Home, it's back in the number one spot, but The Flash falls. The Flash at the box office has fallen from grace, all the way from first spot down to the third spot on its second week, dropping 72.3%. Ay, chihuahua! That's not good for The Flash. That's not good. 72% drop. That's historic. Oh my God. I thought it was going to at least retain the number one spot, but it hasn't. And this is the true showing of the end of the DCU. At least the Snyderverse version of it. I don't even think that this bodes well for the new James Gunn DC rebooted verse, because I think this is the signs that people have to start acknowledging that superhero fatigue is real. Superhero fatigue is here, and we are witnessing the twilight of this genre. Yes, some gems still come along, like Joker, like the Batman, that say, well, it's still good. Still good, but the Flash and even MCU stuff is starting to go right down the tubes, right? Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania was a monumental bomb for the DCU. So the Flash, 210 worldwide on its second week, with a budget of, it's being reported around 200 million. We'll break this down a lot more tomorrow on our movie news show at 11 a.m. But the headline here is that The Flash has fallen that much. It's just shocking. Just absolutely shocking that the Flash has fallen that far. But what do you guys think? When I looked at the numbers when they came out today on the Box Office Mojo, I was just like, oh my God, it's not good, man. It's not good. So, what do you guys think? Spider-Man No Way Home, Across the Spider-Verse beating Elemental. I said that last week, right? That they could possibly flip-flop, which is a shame because the Elemental movie is really good. And Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, you heard all the controversy with them abusing the writers, the animation, the VFX houses. So I'm glad that I didn't go out and promote that movie, because a lot of bad stuff is coming out about this, and I'm not a big fan of it for multiple reasons. Number one, Spider-Man No Way Home, despite people liking it, I gotta tell you this. The studio doesn't care about visual effects houses. They don't care about overworking them. And they don't care if the product even looks good for the most part. They just want to get it out. And watching stuff from The Flash proves that. That's one reason. The second reason is this. The vast general audience out there who doesn't pay attention to the movie news stuff, they don't care either what the visual effects look like. They don't care that 100 people walked off the jobs making Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. They don't care about that. Or if they do, they look the other way. And it's like, 560 million for its haul. I'm just like, guys, I like it when studios make good movies. I like it when a movie comes out of the blue and it's just like, wow, that's surprisingly good. But I don't like it when I hear that a good movie was made through means that stress the system. Because this stresses the system that the studios just abuse these effects houses, snap their fingers. We hear that Marvel was terrible for this. changing things on the fly in the last week and saying, well, you got one weekend to fix all these things, and if we can't do it, then we're never going to work with you again. We're going to go over to this other effects house. And it's like that kind of stuff hangs over you. It does. And it's bad business. And to see that Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is infected with that, it hurts. Okay, so as I said, we'll go through the box office tomorrow a lot more in detail at 11 a.m. on our normal Monday movie news show. I guess I can talk about that a little bit right now. Our pending schedule this week is that there's probably not going to be any movie news on Friday. Actually, I may just push that until Saturday and go pick up the computer on Saturday. Or I may go pick it up on Friday. I don't know. Friday's kind of a meh. I don't know if it's going to happen day or not. Is also another day this week that may come up where I have to go in to work early for some training. So it may be only 3 days this week, with maybe Friday if I push going to get the computer on Saturday. So if I get the new computer on Saturday, then I'll just have to set things up on my own, and we'll still do the straight out of the theater reaction for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny on Saturday. But yeah, maybe I will just say that I'll go pick up the computer on Saturday morning. Yeah. But then that would mean that's still one day in the week here that we'll have to pause for my training. Okay, let's get into this. Is Asteroid City first? Is that what you want to do first, James? Okay, let's do that. Let's do Asteroid City. Let's do it. Asteroid City is out now, a new Wes Anderson film that stars Scarlett Johansson and Tom Hanks, Jason Schwartzman, Edward Norton, a huge cast, and I went out and saw it, and I gotta tell you that I enjoyed the film. I know that it's not going to be for everybody, though. It's going to rub a lot of people the wrong way, where you're going to be sitting in the theater going, what's going on here? What's the point of this scene? It's going to be one of those. It's very art house. It's very stylized. It's one of those movies where, well, almost every frame of it could be a Polaroid or a postcard or something. Yeah, it's got good production values. Cinematically, I thought it was really good. Steve Carell, Liev Schreiber, as I said, the cast in this is fairly extensive. We start off and we mostly follow Jason Schwartzman's character there, and he does a good job. So what's this movie about? That's tough to answer. Let's see what the synopsis reads. Following a writer on his world famous fictional play about a grieving father who travels with his tech-obsessed family to a small rural asteroid city to compete in a junior stargazing event, only to have his worldview disrupted forever. So, you guys got that? You know what that means? Yeah, it's kind of like very convoluted. Following a writer on his world famous fictional play about a grieving father. So it doesn't say that there, but Edward Norton plays the writer, and it's narrated by Bryan Cranston. So he comes in like a little bit on the side and sets up scenes for you. You got like title cards that block out Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 with scene bunches and stuff like that. So as I said, it's very, very heavily stylized. Just to continue flushing out the cast, acting is good. The acting in this, everybody brings it, and they do a great job doing difficult dialogue. This dialogue is not easy to pull off. So if there was a weaker actor handling this material, it would be very high schoolish. But because of the weight of the talent behind this, Jason Schwartzman, Tom Hanks, Scarlett Johansson, Jeffrey Wright is a pleasure to watch in this one as well. But Edward Norton, Bryan Cranston, yeah, Oh, that was Rupert Friend as Montana? Yeah, Maya Hawke shows up in this, Sophia Lillis. It's got a lot of famous people in it, Leah Schreiber. And I said in my initial reaction, it felt like it was just like a collection of a group of scenes of thoughts that are involved in this backdrop of like this alien coming down to Asteroid City. Basically what happens is that, yeah, there's this convention out there, but a real alien shows up and they get all quarantined in Asteroid City. And that's pretty much what the movie is sort of about. Like there's other narratives going on in the background where, yeah, you got these smart kids trying to outthink everybody, creating the fantastical. But as I said, Wes Anderson, this is full of his flavor and his style. There's like lots of inside jokes, breaking of the fourth wall, kind of winks and nods of, you guys know what we're talking about, right? You know what we're talking about, that kind of thing. But it was a pleasure to watch. It was a pleasure to watch these actors and of this caliber come all together. It's like Jason Schwartzman just like embodies this character where you're like, right up off the bat, you know he's going to be like, yeah, I'm on board with what this guy's doing. But there's other scenes where it's like Bryan Cranston, Adrian Brody there on set, and they use black and white in some of this on the part of the scenes where it's like you're seeing it like a play, and that's what happens here. Is that it feels very much like a play that's been filmed for the big screen. That's what it feels like, because this could be easily transformed into a play because of just the setting, and you can see that in the style of like the sets and stuff. Like it's very yeah, this could be just like flies that come in like with the houses and stuff like that. But other than that, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it, but I don't think it will be for everybody. I think people will come out of this going like, all right, what was that about again? Do I need to watch it again? I don't know. And that's the way I sort of feel about it, but I enjoyed it. Some people will come out of it and be like, do I need to watch that again? What was it about? I don't care. I hate it. That's what people are going to be feeling about Asteroid City. So let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying. 76% by the critics, 62% by the audience. So yeah, the audience isn't liking this as much. As I said, it's heavily influenced with Wes Anderson, and it feels like he was just let off the leash to have fun and play and make this playground. Richard Roper says Wes Anderson's icy, affected style infects a parade of A-listers. Asteroid City, the latest from Wes Anderson, is a true achievement from one of America's most unique cinematic voices. Okay, so let's take a look at someone who didn't like it. Late in the film, much of the cast breaks the fourth wall to chant, "You can't wake up if you don't fall asleep. Falling asleep won't be a problem if you go see Asteroid City." Falling asleep won't be a problem if you go see Asteroid City. So some people don't like the fourth wall breaking there. Yeah, they do break the fourth wall. It's very, very artistic, very hipster, some people may say. And that hipster mentality invites the word that I don't like to use, woke, because a lot of people don't understand that term. They don't even know what it means when they use it. It's just being used to say something, to label something that they don't like. Oh, I don't like this, so it's woke. It's like, you don't understand what that word really means, do you? And you don't even know the origins of it. Don't come at me with that. But it does have that potential to be in there with that. I don't think so too much, though. It didn't offend me on that way. Roger Moore says he didn't like it, says, if a tree falls in the woods, would anyone hear it? What? What? Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I do want to read other bad reviews here, because I want to get a bit of a range here. Asteroid City has a lot going on, and the more Wes Anderson fan you are, the more you will enjoy it. It's pure Wes Anderson, for better or worse. Yeah. So that's somebody who didn't like it. But I said that in the opening, guys, that it's very heavily stylized. And you have to know that. Brilliantly idiosyncratic, I didn't want it to end. Well, unfortunately, I did. The runtime was not too much of an issue for me, though. Uh, it was it was just getting to the point where I was beginning to check my watch. An hour and 44 minutes where I was like, okay, where are we going here? Wrap this thing up. And it did. It just came in under the cusp, or if it was anything longer than that, though, I would have been like, guys, don't get too bloated. So he didn't suffer from the same fates that Ari Aster did with Beau Was Afraid, with a 3-hour film. Um, yeah, you can't do that, because this avoided that problem that Beau Was Afraid had. It didn't have the runtime, but it did feel long at points where it's kind of like, yeah, towards the end, I felt like it was a little bit rushed. James, you are a Scarlett Johansson fan. Oh, yes, I am a Scarlett Johansson fan. How was she in it? She was good. I liked her. It wasn't her best performance, but as I said, a lot of that had to do with the dialogue. The dialogue in this is not easy to pull off. It's not convincing. It's very choppy. It's very comic book-esque, like small sentences. And it's taken with a little bit of a perspective from the writer's point of view. So it doesn't feel like, if that was really happening, it doesn't feel like that would be the natural dialogue. It does feel scripted. There, I'll concede that. The movie feels very, very scripted. But because of the actors pulling it off and the talent behind it, they make it sing, they make it work. There you go. That's what I'll say. Asteroid City works. So, what would I give it as a rating? Well, I don't think I would be quite as harsh as, say, the audience. I don't think I'd give it a 6 out of 10, but 7.5 out of 10, like the critics. Do I fall in line with that for Asteroid City? Because it's not a terrible film. It does have a lot of enjoyment in it. But as I said, it's not for everyone. In fact, that's what I'll say as well. 7.5 out of 10 for Asteroid City. What do you guys think? Did you go out and see it? It didn't fare all that well at the box office. It came in its debut weekend just under the 5th spot, in the 6th spot. In its wider opening, but it's only 1675 theaters, so 9 million. It hasn't had a whole wide release, but I don't know if this will ever be like that big blockbuster kind of style feel. But that's it for me, guys. What did you think? Did you watch Asteroid City? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, and we will talk about it. You're watching Mirror Domains. All right. Oh, Asteroid City. What did? Yeah. There was a thing with the Roadrunner in there too, that I think he was trying to make a little bit of fun for, like, the Roadrunner and Coyote kind of thing. But yeah, Bryan Cranston in this, it was good to see that too, because you know that he said that he was going to retire soon, and he was going to begin to wind down his career here. So every time that we get to see Bryan Cranston on screen, he does have some laughs. There's laughs in this. It just sometimes takes a little bit long to get there. All right. Let me take that off. Let me refresh this for our No Hard Feelings review. There we go. Okay. Guys, the Flash. Flash. That sucks, man. I was really hoping, outside chance, that Flash was going to make like $1 billion. I was hoping that it was going to. And it's a shame. It's a real shame. 3 o'clock. So much for the rain this afternoon. It's supposed to rain. 33. It feels like 33 with high humidity. Yeah, we are officially in summer now. I did look at some portable air conditioners. But if I do get one, I'll have to get an upgraded microphone and get rid of this blue. What is this? Blue snowball thing. The one that has a better. It's not like this is a wide angle kind of thing. One that's a little bit more condensed. So the thing is, the trade-off with that is that I'll have to have it like right up in my face like this and talk like you talk show hosts do for every other shows. And that's something that I didn't want to have happen on our show. I didn't want it to be like, oh, look at me. I'm somebody, look, come join us. And, and I'll have like this microphone in my face. It's like, get out of here. We don't have to have that, do we? Whatever. Okay, so before I start sweating buckets and soil my shirt with sweat, let's get in and talk about no hard feelings. No hard feelings! Guys, it's out in theaters right now. Are you a Jennifer Lawrence fan? I sure am. I went and checked it out and I had lots of fun with it. It did have its issues though. It was a little bit meandering towards the end, but if you are a Jennifer Lawrence fan, I think you will enjoy this movie. So, what's this movie about? Let's go over to the IMDb and I'll read you the synopsis that reads, on the brink of losing her home, Maddie finds an intriguing job listing. Helicopter parents looking for someone to bring their introverted 19-year-old son out of his shell before college. She has one summer to make him a man or die trying. So yeah, if you saw the trailers for this, it was advertised as a raunchy comedy full of F-bombs, full of awkward situations. Basically, she's hired to take his V card. And surprisingly, there is some heart to this. She makes him become a man in like responsibility way, not like in a sexual way. It's kind of like she's very bitter. She's a bitter woman. She's had a tough run at life, but I like it. But as I said, it does have some pacing issues towards the end there. So the runtime in this does have some issues where it's an hour and 43 minutes, and it feels like a long hour and 43 minutes, which kind of sucks because it kind of meanders towards the end where it's like, okay, well, you wrap things up, but we're continuing on and on here. But Jennifer Lawrence fans aren't going to care about that. She does a fantastic job in this. Great comedic chops, I think, by her. But Andrew Barth Feldman, who plays Percy, did also a good job. Apparently this guy stopped going to Harvard to come to play this role. Matthew Broderick as the father in there played a good job in there as well. Some of the laughs didn't hit, but for the most part, I think if you like the trailer, then this will work. Yeah, like some of the comedy didn't work. Like, oh, she's got the rollerblades on, so she can't climb the stairs. Wait, is that really funny? But yeah, the setup of her trying to like throw herself at this naive young guy. There's some laughs in there where you're like, oh my God. And it's R-rated laughs. And that worked for me. That really worked for me. Jennifer Lawrence, you see, this has that extra level in her though, that when it does try to go into a little bit of the serious tone, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm helping you become a man responsible with like taking charge of your life, but she's also affected by him, calling her out on all these walls that she puts up to protect herself emotionally and stuff like that too. So there's stuff in there that when they both turn on that dramatic stuff, it works. And I like that. I like that a lot. The director, I think, had a little bit of a trouble juggling the two. Like if somebody said that between the raunchy comedy stuff and the dramatic stuff, where, yeah, it gets a little too silly at times. But when it comes around to the end and it has those payoffs, and you're like, well, these two actually, I'm rooting for them. And It's nice. It's quaint. Um, Jennifer Lawrence is stunning in this. Uh, Even in like these scenes, was just like, oh yeah, I forget. You're not supposed to like her at first, but then you figure out that yeah, uh, you're she grows. She has a story arc, and that's refreshing to see in these kinds of movies because normally it's just slapstick stuff, and it all wraps up nicely in the end with a little bow. And this tries to do that; it just does it a little bit more sloppy, I think, but not in a bad enough way for me to say that I didn't like it. I like this movie, no hard feelings. So let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people are saying about it. 68% by the critics, 88% by the audience. So yeah, a lot of people like this more than the critics, obviously. This one's going to come and go, though. This is a movie that's going to come and go, and people aren't going to talk about it too much, which is kind of a bummer because, as I said, it does have some value in there. And if you like Jennifer Lawrence, she delivers. She delivers. So let's see what some of the snapshot reviews are from CNN. Credit Lawrence with finding a worthwhile character in a movie that offers unexpected rewards for those who will see it, whether that's in theaters or more likely after it wades into the more hospitable waters of pay TV and streaming. Yeah. Is this something cinematically that you need to go out to the theater to see on the big screen? Not necessarily. You may want to, though, when you see certain scenes with Jennifer Lawrence. I guess she's not shy about showing skin, guys. That's all I'll say about that. uh, 68% by the critics. So let's take a look at what some of the bad reviews are for this. Rolling Stone, who didn't like it, said, not even J-Law off the nice young lady leash can say something this lazy and desperate to offend. However, the movie simply isn't on her level or really much of any level at all. No, that's not fair. I don't know. I don't agree with that. The movie's central failing is that the comedic elements aren't as consistent or as funny as they should be. Well, no, I don't agree with that one either. A raunchy comedy. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't agree with the critics. Where would I give this? What would I rate No Hard Feelings? I will watch it again. I'll tell you that. I'll watch this movie again for particular scenes. Actually, it was just fun though. Is it something that I would buy on Blu-ray? No. 68%. It's not an 8 out of 10. It's not a 9 out of 10. 6 out of 10 seems about no. Oh God, Jesus! Because it's Jennifer Lawrence, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. A most generous 7 out of 10. Because it does have its issues, but I found it charming towards the end and especially in the start too. And it doesn't take a long time to get into the bulk of what this movie's about. Just go out and enjoy it, have some popcorn, and then turn off your brain afterwards and be like, I had a good time. Let's go do something else. That's it. That's what this movie's going to be kind of like. And that's being reflected in its box office results as well, because it's opening weekend. It came in the 4th spot, 15.1 million. And remember, those numbers aren't going to just jump up like that. It's not going to be like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse that jumps back into the number 1 spot after its 3rd week. It's not going to be like that. But hopefully, if the more adult fans out there who like more adult-themed material, who go out and see The Flash and stuff like that, and are looking for other things to take a look at, No Hard Feelings is it. That's what I would say. So between Asteroid City and No Hard Feelings, while I enjoyed both of those films, I would say go out and see No Hard Feelings. That's what I would say. All right, guys, that's my review. If you guys like what you've seen, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe, because you're watching Mirror Domains. Oh. Yeah, it's getting a little muggy in here, guys. Really muggy. So, those are my reviews. That'll be cut out and put up on the channel later on. Chris Schober says, I'm watching Shredder Horror Movie 2003 and P2. I wish they had P1 like they made a P2 sequel. Now, I don't know about that. Coleman Domingo. Brand from Fear the Walking Dead. Kate McKinnon and America Ferrera for Barbie photo call. I like Kate McKinnon. I want to see her do more dramatic stuff. America Ferrera, Greta Gerwig. I guess they must have had the Barbie premiere over the weekend, eh, guys? Margot Robbie was in Asteroid City. Why is Survivor trending? Oh, Survivor series for wrestling. Yeah, lots of Barbie pictures. All right. Fandango issued one by one. No Hard Feelings topped the box office on Friday, followed by Elemental and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, No Hard Feelings did beat everything on Friday, but the culmination of the weekend, The Flash is going to be the big storyline, guys. I may cut that part out this video as well to put up, just acknowledging my shock that The Flash is going to be a box office bomb. No doubt. There's no doubt Flash is a box office bomb. And it sucks. All right, that's Barbie stuff, right? Margot Robbie, a Barbie press tour. God, jeez. Oh my God. But that's perfect casting, right? She's perfect. She is Barbie. Indeed. All right, let's try to get past the Barbie stuff. If we can get past the premiere stuff. See if there's anything else that came out. Sophie Thatcher. Jennifer Lawrence says she'd be nervous to work with a method actor. I would have no idea how to talk to them. Do I have to be in character? What would make them? That would make me nervous. Yeah, method acting is. People like Jared Leto have ruined the mystique behind method acting. You saw what I did there, right? No, just by going overboard with it. Oh, I'm playing the Joker, so I'm gonna mail all these weird things to my co-stars and act in character. And it's like, no, stop that. That's not how that works. Yeah, and that's what that's kind of like the fallout effect here of what we're getting. Where yeah, she would be nervous. People would be nervous working with that. Like, yeah. Happy birthday to Harris Dickinson. Lion King debuted. Evil Dead Rise is now streaming on Max. Is it? Delroy Lindo to be honored with the Legacy Award. Cool, man. I like Delroy Lindo. Good actor. Really good. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it for me today. I don't got nothing more. I ain't got nothing more, man. I thought that because it's so hot, just jam for a little bit, and then we'll call it a day. How long have we been streaming here for? 34 minutes? Yeah, that's fine. Then I'm going to play some video games later on, and that'll be my Sunday. You know, it's hard to play other people's songs because that's how you get copyright strikes. Apparently, you have to stay away from playing any Eagles songs. You have to stay away from playing any Guns N' Roses. Some people just don't play ball. You can play Metallica songs. What did I want to play? Oh, yeah. I screwed that up. Now, that doesn't sound right either. Yeah, that sounds weird. I'm already changing keys by going. But I go flat. I'll do a flat there. Comes in forever and erases band sensor. Lesser is greater. I like it now that it's all gone, and I don't know where the sod has gone or where I cannot feel it grow. Star Wars Acolyte is getting canceled now. I don't know. I doubt that, because most of it's shot. All of it's shot, pretty much, I think. Let's take a look. Star Wars Acolyte N in development series during High Republic is rumored to be canceled. Rumored. Thanks to no leakers. Two days ago, huh? I know, okay. She's very progressive. She champions equality and stuff like that, which rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Star Wars, yeah, it's not canceled. From what I understand, it's mostly gone forward. It's shooting, if not in the can. Yeah, I don't buy that. I don't buy that one. just figuring it out there. That's what you do when you songwrite. You just fool around, move things around, change keys, figure out what sounds good. All right, guys, that's it for me today. 3:07. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Stay cool if you can, because, man, it's like really muggy here. See you tomorrow for our more formal movie news show at 11 a.m. And enjoy, well, the start of a new week here on Mirror Domains.